Yo, yo, yo. Alright, guys, let's try again. Let's try this live stream thing again. Go cut. I don't know why, so we can zip it, but two. Let's get it. Oh, yeah, that's definitely Mary. Crazy shit. Yeah.
Denied an opportunity to see a leadership that is an alternative leadership. Even what has happened now reduces our capacity to send people to go to Southern Province to go and campaign. The money that has been taken from us, some of it was earmarked to go to at least a minimum of three districts in Southern Province. Now that we've been decapitated, we are making adjustments. We still have resolved to try and go to Southern Province.
Excuse my camera. Alright? I know it's not that clear and stuff. I don't know how to fit it in the screen to make it HD. So that's why I'm going to So it's very blurry right now. So yeah, let's just chat.
If matters work, we will go there. If it doesn't work, the message that the president has been sending to Southern Province has been clear and resolute. We consider Southern Province as much a part of this country as any other province is. We know all of you in Southern Province who are keenly waiting for the president to come, take this from our heart. We are going through a very tough time, but we know that even with our absence there, we are still in your hearts as much as you are in our hearts. If it fails, we still find a way of addressing you to ensure that we collect everybody in this country and move forward together with them when we get into government on 13th of August, 2026. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Council. That is the presidential spokesperson, Honorable Sanga. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my rare honor, privilege, and opportunity to call upon the NRPUP presidential candidate, President Brian Mundwida himself, to address the media and the nation. Mr. President, I call upon you. Thank you.
You may be seated. I'll start by recognizing the presence of members of the Council of Leaders, the presidential spokesperson, the Secretary General, the media, ladies and gentlemen, countrymen and women. Today, I address the nation today at a very serious moment in the life of our democracy. We are now only 2 days away from the general election, which should be held on 13th of August 2026. At precisely the moment when Zambia should be demonstrating its commitment to peaceful elections, political tolerance, and the rule of law, we are instead receiving disturbing reports concerning the disappearance and detention of people associated with the opposition. As of last night, 3 senior political figures could not be accounted for by their colleagues been picked. Comrades Honorable Kopulande and George Sanga himself, we've been able to establish that Dr. Sebastian Kopulande was abducted last night in a similar pattern like Ambassador Martha Lungu was abducted. This is a disturbing pattern. In recent weeks, we've witnessed a succession of arrests and detentions involving people associated with the opposition, like I said earlier. Mr. Kenneth Kamba, our deputy.
You don't want to think about politics because the other things, the other broadcasts are cut. But you know this happens all the time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It happens all the time. The chaos of politics is very dirty, you know. People use all the resources at their disposal. And all players, actually, it's just not one-sided. Both of them. All of them, actually. because it's all about trying to make the other one look mad and just trying to get their way. 2 days left. Only 2 days left. And now we're here kidnapping. How crazy is that? It happens all the time. Some crazy shit. Zambian African politics.
Deputy Secretary General was detained last month. Police subsequently confirmed that he was in their custody in connection with what they described only as ongoing investigations. We have also had arrests and detentions involving members of a campaign, media personnel, musicians, bloggers, and security personnel. Among those whose cases have been brought to our attention are musicians like Chester, More Power, and Felix, comedian Winston Ngosa, popularly known as IDC, bloggers like Rooney Kapia and Matthew Zubi, as well as Hannah and Ambassador Martha Lungu. This is in addition to the 34 members of our security team who are still languishing in police cells somewhere in Mongo. We are particularly concerned by the reports involving members of our security teams and voter protection structures in Western Province. The police service owes the country a comprehensive explanation regarding these arrests and detentions. Where somebody has committed an offense, charge that person according to the law. Give them access to their lawyers and families and take them before a court of competent jurisdiction. That is how a constitutional democracy works. What we cannot accept is a situation in which people apparently disappear. Relatives do not know where they are.
Okay, look, the main point of this live was to hear what
Zambia is in one of its most unpredictable elections in years. More than 8 million registered voters will choose a president and a new parliament. Hichilema Hakainde wants 5 more years after his 2021 landslide win over Edgar Lungu on a platform of change. Yet, what many expected to be a relatively straightforward contest this time has been reshaped by Lungu's death, the late Sarge of opposition challenger Brian Mudulibe, persistent cost of living pressures.
So, you see why I wanted to listen to BBC, Al Jazeera, all these other, what do you call them again? Not Western media, but there's another name for them. But anyway, I wanted to take the perspective towards this. Just how far-fetched they are already wrong about his name.
And questions about electoral credibility.
Zambia is gearing up for an election in which President Hakainde Hichilema is seeking a second term and is widely seen as the favorite to win, but may face a strong challenge from the opposition leader Brian Mundubile. The vote is shaping up as a referendum on his economic record after he took office in 2021. Inheriting a country reeling from a sovereign debt default. Africa's second largest copper producer has enjoyed an economic rebound supported by high copper prices after restructuring its debt. Annual inflation slowed to 6.5% in June 2026, its lowest level in more than 8 years, underscoring the recovery. The president is highlighting social programs and economic gains as he campaigns across the country. But he says there is more needed to be done. Although Hichilema benefits from incumbency and improving economic data, analysts say voter concerns over living costs and the strength of the opposition coalition could determine whether he secures victory in the first round.
We have done many things, yes, but there's a lot of more work to be done. Are we together? Yes. Life is still challenging. Life is still challenging for a lot of our people. A lot of our families still need a support that is beyond what we are delivering today.
The election comes as Zambia seeks to build on an economic recovery, while many voters continue to feel the effects of high living costs and power shortages that have dominated public debate in recent years. At a recent National Reconciliation Party for Unity and Prosperity, or the NRPUP, rally in Lusaka,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Eritrea. This is my country number 82 I am visiting, and one of the African countries on our list to explore in the next few days. And right now I am in the capital city, which is called Asmara. And as a first impressions of the city, I actually love it. It is beautiful, it is quiet, it is very organized. At the same time, it is very, very clean. And
Africa's Sahel is undergoing a new kind of revolution. One that is not fought with bullets, but brought about with the help of boreholes. All across Burkina Faso, drills are digging through 100 feet of mud and rocks to reach the most valuable resource there is: water. Clean, drinkable water that's been sitting in aquifers for thousands of years, untouched by humans. The world chalked off Burkina Faso as a lost cause, a failed state suffering from water insecurity propped up by food aid, foreign intervention, and charities. But this revolution proves that the bone...
I clicked on this video, I expected it to be more realistic than everything else I see. We're hearing what is happening in Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso, what's really happening on the ground? When the exposes this aid, a lot of stuff happening in the political sphere. How Vladimir Putin is helping Kim Jong-un. Trump seems to love API insider trading. I mean, it's Trump, obviously. President Trump has made over $1.5 billion in profit with crypto projects. Crypto boys! I can't wait for Zambia to start opening up these things, and actually understanding their use cases. And most importantly, understanding the risks, because there's a lot of risk around it. I saw that yesterday. Russia just signed on Clarity Act. It's like the Clarity Act that the US is trying to sign. China is living in the future and it's born in America. Let's talk about politics. Who's that? Everybody's prophesying up and down. I don't know what's this. Okay, that's interesting. Let's hear.
Soba Moeba, should you become mayor of the city of Lusaka, does the content creation stop? Are you still going to be moving with your camera in the corridors of Lusaka Civic Center? How much of your life is going to change?
Content creation, social media platforms are going to help our work and our job at Lusaka City Council. We are still going to use social media to advance our objectives, to advance our goals, our ideas. For example, I'm gonna try and have a 30-minute live discussion with our audience, the Lusaka audience, once every month on social media. And we're going to prop up the Lusaka City Council Facebook page. We're going to use social media to the very, very end. Oh yeah. You see what Van Dam...
I'll be honest with you guys. One of the reasons why I like this guy, Simon Molan, is I don't want to use the word innovative, but I think he'd be a very easy person to reach out to if we really want to get things done, like city projects done. I'll give you guys an example. Let's say more recreational facilities. The way we're trying to use Zambia's Lusaka's first public skate park. Why is my thing doing that? Is that actually? Let's see. Yo. Alright. Okay. Alright, so I was saying he would be an easy dude to reach out to, like we're trying to create, for example, Lusaka's first public skate park. That's a recreation facility, and we've done a lot already, secured the land, we're doing funding, we're fundraising, we're really trying to get up there, we're linked with all these international organizations trying to fund all this stuff. So telling him about this, I'm sure he'll push that, such a project, because it would bring a lot of kids in to basically change a bunch of lives, and not just skateboarding, even just more other sports, especially in the compounds. Facilities there will at least lessen drug abuse. And to be honest, it's just common sense, it's just real.
Donnie does with
The fuck?